You might have seen people pointing on someone and saying that these people are toxic. I stay away from toxic people, and people have complicated everything in my life. When I learned about these statements, I also had the same excitement by giving away to others that it's people who are complicating everything in my life. If you also think this video is a must watch for you. So namaste friends, I am Shalini and I welcome all of you to my sharings. Welcome to change. If you like to change yourself and your circumstances, you can subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notification. I will be sharing this video in two sections. First section is about toxicity and why are people toxic. And in the second part, I will be sharing some tips to overcome in case you encounter a high level of toxic person. These people to whom you name as toxic are society, community, and relationships in your close environment where you live. When you put blame on others for your failures, it's always easy to move without responsibility. I came to this realization a long time ago in my late 20s. Maybe when I had realized that it's not people, it's me who is complicating things and situations in my life. It's me who is expecting others to take responsibility for their contribution in my life. And I was trying hard to give responsibility to other people, shouldering the mistakes because maybe I was not ready, or I can say I was not strong enough to take responsibility for myself. Blaming others is much easier than taking responsibility for your own sins, right? You feel free, but actually not. You are not free. People say this others that they are toxic, but one thing they forget that they are also the third person in someone else's life. Which means if you think that other people are toxic, means other people also think that you are toxic. Ta-da! This blame game is on until one realizes that it's their responsibility to take care of their needs. You can find such people in partnerships, romantic relationships, parent-child relationships, and anywhere where people are involved. Closely, by the way, which is everywhere people are involved. So don't take pride in thinking that you are not difficult. Ta-da! Toxic person is a real jerk who can make other people's life miserable, make you feel worse. They don't add value in people's lives. They are mostly self-praising, self-invested, and don't respect other people's boundaries. Now the question is, why do they behave like a toxic jerk? So here I am sharing a few common reasons. First of all, lack of responsibility. Love and pampering done in their childhood is a major concern here. Toxicity is really a prison which kills a person slowly and very painfully. Why is it not easy for us to take responsibility for our own actions? Our actions, which many times include our mistakes too. And we have not learned to take full responsibility for our so-called mistakes. You can learn about mistakes in my another video. I can put the link in the icon here and link in the description box too. The love of our parents and grandparents sometimes conditions us to not to take responsibility. They pamper us for all the wrongdoings. When a child makes a mistake in the school or bullies someone, parents usually see that as another child's prompting or behavior which pushes their child to act in a certain way. Especially nowadays when parents are playing a role of the protector of a child. Sometimes a child learns from his parents, especially since 2020 parents are working from home. Sometimes in order to avoid facing boss's scolding, you may explain your situation by a white lie, by putting blame on either internet connection or maybe electricity. Here you forget that you are the role model of your child, and children mostly learn at their subconscious level by just observing. Nowadays, video games are also filled with toxicity because the players who are our children and some adults don't want teamwork and they blame others for their own defeat. So indirectly, children are learning to step away from their responsibility by imitating their idols in those video games like Overwatch and Fortnite, for example. Emotionally infused tube lights could be another reason for this toxicity. Children who are not told to be sensitive to others' needs, I call them emotionally fused tube lights. They are not taught that if they are misbehaving or bullying someone, they are hurting the emotions of another child, which may become a scar when they become adults. These children's emotional tube light is of how to act intelligently and appropriately. You might have heard of a story from some adults where they share how they felt when they were bullied in their schools or colleges. These are really deep impressions in their mind. We have many examples who swear by this thought. Teaching your child to be responsible and emotionally mature is super essential for their own survival. Ego is another cause which affirms that I am better than you, a commonly accepted behavior people have. For details on ego, you can watch my video again here. The links are in the description box as well. We all have gone through such experiences, which shares that we all are toxic for some or the other people. But there are various levels of toxicity in people. Some people's toxicity is so high that you just can't stand such people at all. And if you get closer to such people, damage is confirmed. So let's understand now how to handle highly toxic people if you encounter any. I'm sharing my tips, but if you have more innovative ways when you handle such people, let me know in the comment section. This may help some other people. What to do if you have to deal with toxic junk? The first reaction of people in such cases is immediately act and make a distance with such people. Making distance will not work at all here. Instead, clear communication is the most important key. Sometimes knowing the real cause of their botheration may also help. Daring to say the truth and clarity in communicating your message is essential. For example, if such people involve you in their interest or efforts, just politely divert their request. Be firm and polite in your communication so that they don't have another opportunity to manipulate you for their sake. You can find such people in politics and at higher positions where they manipulate people around them for their own benefits. Next is draw your exit lines. When these people call you and keep on talking without agenda and waste your time, you must learn to cut this conversation, and you can use saving statements like, hey brother, or maybe sister if she's a female, I am in a hurry. Can I catch up with you later? Or maybe I'm a little busy now. Should I get back to you by tomorrow? Make a genuine excuse which is close to real. Don't feed toxicity. If you are invited on a dinner with a toxic person or for an outing with these people, you can simply assertively say no. In the beginning, it may sound harsh, but a few times you can send a strong message so that in future you are not bothered by them. Or if you don't want to be harsh, a little supportive answer would be like, thanks for inviting, but I won't be able to make it due to any given reason. Let them be the winner sometimes. These people feast on their egos. Let them win the arguments and discussions. These wins won't bother you. In case you win, any of the win, they will try all methods to make your life miserable. Common examples could be managers at workplaces, narcissist spouses. You can't win all the wars by arguing. You can win some awards by just surrendering and making peace with the situation and with your minds. Don't turn toxic at all. Don't try to copy their behavior and do tit for tat to plan and take the revenge from them. It won't be the solution at all. If you try the route through toxicity, you must know that toxicity brings chemical changes in your body. These changes happen slowly, and the side effects of these changes can be seen years later in the form of deadly diseases like hypertension, brain hemorrhage. I'm sure you don't want such outcomes in your future. Learn innovative ways to release toxic people from your environment. If you are giving strong signals to these people, they will understand your intention and will surely move away. In extreme cases, take professional help. Call on helpline numbers in your city or country. Keep their numbers handy on your refrigerator door or a work desk, maybe. So, if you really encounter a real toxic person, the first thing is to communicate with clarity and assertiveness. If you really want to pamper your child, pamper them for positivity, harmony, respect, integrity, and credibility, and most importantly, self-responsibility. The streets will take them on the road of success without doubt. I will leave you with this thought. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.